Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys, while I just share this around. But we should be good to go in a second. Right, yes guys, good evening and welcome to Eldar in Racing. It has been a while, of course it has, it's been a while since we've last raced, since I'm trying to think what we did, since the Aston Martins and of course the VW Giroccos, that's right, I couldn't get my mind straight there, but yes, it is the legendary and the one and only, and of course the best commentator out there, and it is Hoppers, of course. Yes, it is good to be back in the commentary box for a Friday night. It is a bit weird. We are doing a one-mate championship yet again. You may notice it is the Subaru WRX from WSTC, but it is round number 1 of the Subaru WRX championship, and it is an absolute joy to be in the comment box for the season ahead. It is going to be very interesting. I believe we are getting almost a full grid tonight, so it's going to be quite hectic here at Suzuka, but you know, it is going to be pretty much down to earth. The championship has been pulled together kind of not at the last minute, it's been kind of pulled together during the week within obviously the founder of Eldar, Nick Sargent, aka the Hammer Games, just to put that out there, he has joined, well not joined, but pulled this championship quite close together. It's going to be providing some great action. I'm just going to go and see who's commented on the stream. But yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see what's going to happen. I'm going to go through the calendar in a moment as well, but just looking who's here. Good evening, Mr. Osler. I've just seen you comments, mate. How are you? Hope you're well. But yeah, it's been a while since commentated on Friday, but we've got Finley. So father and son yet again are battling out on track. So you've got Finley Osler and of course his dad Andrew battling for bragging rights in the family. But you know, there's no predominant liveries being shown. There is a lot of random liveries thrown in, so you may see different colours, you may see different things. You've got Darren Baldwin, who's also an admin of Eldar Sim. He's in the sort of the cancer car. Obviously we're currently sponsored by Chell, Lawman, Motorsport, but she's had a bit of setback in her cancer treatment, so we wish you the best of luck, and also hopefully you can beat cancer, and you know, we're all behind you, Eldar Sim Racing. Then you've got Nigel Hugo, or the Ranger, in the livery I've just quickly made that for him. He's going to be there. He's was in the VW Scirocco's last season, did very well to get where he is, but he's back for another season behind the wheel of a Subaru this time round. You got the Rooster, as I say, Andrew Ostler in the Rooster. It looks very angry, that Rooster, and I do notice a Bristol City badge on the sort of back bumper of his Subaru WRX, but you know, it's obviously going to be quite interesting to see how well he does. You got Jamie Hillman. I think Jamie actually was due to race this car in WSTC, the Red Bull. The one actually Andrew Ostler took to, I think it was season 1 of season 2 of WSTC. He didn't like it and didn't get on with it, so he's back in his arch nemesis car. But Jamie's in the Red Bull inspired livery. I think he was due to race this, but he chose the BMW instead, so he's now back. He's now in the car that he was due to originally race. Then you got Chris Rigby in the Yazoo Milkshake, sort of Team Hard inspired livery, Subaru WRX. And you got, I believe this is William Lane or William John Lane. I can't remember exactly who he is, but he's new to me. But he's in the Subaru. They're all Subarus, by the way, just to get that out there, but sort of a white and mixture of blues. So then you've got Nick Sargent, obviously running, supporting the Chell Lawman livery. So, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see how well Nick can do, adapting from, obviously, the VW Scirocco. He did very well in the Scirocco's, believe it or not. It's going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen for tonight, but he's going to be thereabouts. Let's see what he's going to do as he gets a bit crossed up towards Dunlop there, which he doesn't want to be doing. Does not want to be going rally crossing. I know it's a rally car, but he does not want to be doing that. But it's going to be very interesting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what this season brings ahead. You know, obviously, you know, people were thinking, well, we're going to be on Gran Turismo 7 for its inaugural championship. Unfortunately, due to lobby issues with GT7 at the moment, it's not going to be viable. But this is why we're on GT Sport and doing, I think we're doing at least 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks of the calendar. I'll just have a look quickly at the calendar, and then I'll go into the race rules in a moment. But we are at Suzuka tonight. People probably think we had Suzuka first round of the championship. Then we go to Alsace in France. So, you know, a very interesting circuit. There is 3 races a night. So tonight here at Suzuka, then we are race 1 and 2 are 7 laps, which is going to make it very close as you like. Just to put that out there, race 3 is a mandatory pit stops. I believe racing super softs that they are using at the moment are allowed to be used. I believe it is only the racing softs that are technically racing softs are technically used in all 3 races, but they must change back onto the softs in race 3 as a compulsory pit stop, just to get that out there, just so I get my head around it, just for a moment. but it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. Good evening, Mr. Swire. How are you? Long time no see, mate. Darren is the Cake King. Idlepod is the Cake King. Yes, don't mention cake, it'll put him off. But how are you, mate? How are you? Nice to see you. But yeah, so to get my head round, it is a compulsory pit stop in the race, and as I say, we head off to Alsace. Tonight it's 11 laps for the third and final race, so it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen there. But we'll go to Alsace in a week's time, so it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen there. Then we go to Sardegna on the Road A reverse. That's going to be pretty much, if I remember rightly, A's kind of sort of a short track. I can't remember top of my head, but we'll have a look in a moment or two when I get my head around that. Then we go to Autodromo di Monza. So we go to Monza because we go to Italy, so it's back-to-back round at Italy, well, in Italy for the Autodromo di Monza. Just get that out there. So we go to Monza, then we head off to Croatia for round number 5 at Dragon Trail Gardens on the reverse layout. Personally, my favourite. I like Dragon Trails. It is a fantastic circuit to commentate on. It is also pretty much amazing to see exactly what's going to happen. And then I think, just to get that out there, round number 6 is at Saint Croix on the B circuit, so it's the reverse layout for the final. That is the final round, so it is 6 rounds of the championship. So it's a good job I've got a bit of a good memory, isn't it? But it's going to be very interesting. We've got Ickle Pants in the Ash Sutton. I think this was actually the 2000 and, if I remember rightly, was it the 2018 centenary livery for the BTCC? And it looks very nice on an Impreza, I must admit. I'm not too sure who Ickle Pants is, but I believe that is Lee Dennington. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure one of the guys will help me out. We've got Neil Smale. Likeable character is Neil. He is in his Scottish racing team inspired Impreza. We always know what Neil's going to do. A nice chrome blue and white, representing the Scottish flag as well as the Ukrainian. He is racing for Ukraine as well, so fair play, you know. These guys will put on a very good show. I think we've got Dean Atkinson as well. He's now in what would have been Nick's livery. Nick likes NASCAR, so Dean Atkinson is now taking over Nick's livery, but in the number 6. It looks very nice, I must admit. It looks very clever indeed. Seeing who else we've got Malcolm Argyle, regular commentator for the top tier in Eldar Racing. He is literally standing in for, I think he's doing it for a one-off. I'm not too sure whether he's going to do the full season, but it's good to have Malc on the grid. It's going to be a bit weird for him. He's not going to be shouting down the headset like I am, but you know, I'd rather, sometimes people say, why aren't you racing? Well, sometimes I like to commentate, you know. I prefer commentating than racing sometimes because my racecraft isn't the best. But there you go. I believe we've got Andy White. Yes, we have. I'm just trying to see what he's done. I think he's thrown the 888 number on there in a red, and I think it is a red and black bonnet Impreza. I'll have a look closer when he goes out onto track. And then you have none other than Mr. Brian Moncani himself, the Belgian, in the familiar sort of Pescarolo-esque Le Mans 24-hour paint scheme in the blue and green. I believe there's a bit of splash of grey on there now to start that. But you know, it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen tonight. I hope, if you're watching the stream, guys, please do give us a subscribe, and please do give us 5 likes tonight. Just give us 5 likes, just because it is a new season. It is going to be very close. I think the cars are going to be equally matched. Just looking at the times at the moment, though, Darren is currently doing a 208.855 there, at the moment in the Panther car, wherever he is. I think he's actually in pit. Is he in pit lane or is he out on track? It's hard to tell unless he's sorting out stuff at the moment, but it's going to be great. I can't wait personally. Just going to go through it quickly, see what's going on. Hello Darren, how are you mate? How are you? Ishmael Nemri, hello mate, how are you? Oh, okay, it's Mark Littlejohn. Right, I do apologise. These guys, new guys, are new to me, so I will try to get the names right. I was kind of like, you know, I think I've seen Ickle Pants race, aka Mark Littlejohn. I've seen him race before, so yeah, I do apologise if I get people's names wrong, but I'll try not to. But thank you, Nick. It means a lot, mate. I'm just going to get a quick drink because I feel like my voice is going to somehow disappear tonight. But yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait to see what happens in this 6-week championship. It's going to be very close. So, you know, the liveries that people have got look fantastic, I must admit. You know, I know Malk's in the box standard livery, but he's obviously in for an evening. I hope he does make the full season though, does Malk, because it might make a difference to him racing than commentating. But we are close to a full grid, so we've got, technically, I think it's like sort of 14, maybe 13 races. I'm just trying to figure out. Darren's there in his bright pink machine. Better not call him a girl for that, because he might kill me, but you know. But yeah, it's gonna be good, you know. As I say, it's gonna be close as you like, racing wise. But it feels weird after I think it's been about 2 weeks since we last raced, so it's gonna be close as you like. Darren says he's a girl and he says he's a lady. I don't believe that for 1 second, mate. I don't believe that for 1 second. The Pink Panther, yeah. The Pink Panther mobile, that's what I should call it. It's better than calling it the Barbie mobile, I suppose. But we'll see how well tonight goes. It's going to be very close. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, it's about 14 drivers then at the moment, which is not too bad. So I believe qualifying starts at 8 o'clock. I believe it is still a 10-minute qualifying. I'll just double check the rules. Yeah, it's 10-minute qualifying. Race 2 and 3 are reverse grids, just to get that out there. I have to laugh because Darren actually, yeah, Darren's still sat in pit lane, so that's probably why he's dishing out the banter. But it's going to be a great night. I can't wait to see what people do tonight. It's, you know, it's been a while. I don't think you should call yourself a Barbie girl though, Darren. I might end up calling you that on stream, mate. We don't want that. But it's going to be very close then. But is anyone going to match Darren's time in practice? They're only getting practice to acclimatise to Suzuka. You're not sure if you're oversubscribed for tonight. If the last 2 I'm expecting turn up or drop out. See, that's the thing, Nick. When series get really popular, mate, and we know this, you know, you'll drop out. Well, we'll see what happens, mate. But still got a bit of time yet, mate. I just nearly spilt my juice down my top. That wasn't being clever, would it? At least it's not on the controller. Well, I think Noah said he was in Italy, mate, so you might be okay. Yeah. Oh, and Ishmael Lemry's made it. If Noah's having pizza, I want pizza too, boys. You know. Yeah. But Ishmael's in the RAC livery, which was also I can't remember whether it was used in WTSC. It might have been actually, because I think it was driven by Michael Watts. Pizza is like eating plastic. No, that's only if you have pineapple on pizza, mate. Don't get me started in that debate either. You're making me hungry, boys. Stop. Plastic pizza. No, Darren, no. But, you know, let's see what's going to happen tonight then. How many people do you reckon then, guys, just out of curiosity, how many do you reckon are going to try and go side by side or maybe 3 cars wide as the rooster goes off at Dunlop, you know? Does not want to be doing that. I don't think he's really enjoying being back in this car, because he raced it in WTSC and he kind of was like, What do you mean 69, Darren? What do you mean, mate? Don't be rude. Don't be rude to the commentator. In your girly pink car, mate. You know. But yeah, it's gonna be close, I think. Dude, I'm not reading that comment out on stream. That's just dirty. That's just your dirty mind, mate, playing tricks on you. You better not have that when you race. Oh, boil. Oh. You are too funny though, mate. You are too funny. Oh. For some reason, I'm not sat in my chair properly. There we go. That's better. But let's see what's going to happen. Obviously, if you've got a penalty, do take them on the lap. You get it in the penalty zones. I believe the penalty zones are as follows, though, because I did see it. Obviously, on the start-finish line, but off the racing line. Do it before you cross the line, because if you don't do that, it will go against you. I believe up towards Spoon. And then on the exit out of Spoon, if I remember rightly. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen, but let's have a look then. Let's see what's going to happen, because Darren's talking to people while they're racing. But I think Andy White's going to pit lane, so We'll see what Ranger's going to do then. So we'll have an onboard lap with Ranger if we can. So he's going in towards Dunlop, which is a long sweeping left, not going right onto the east loop, into Degner 1, then into the Degner 2. I think he's going to be, he's on auto drive at the moment, so it may not happen because he may go into pit lane. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. But he's up towards the hairpin. Let's see what he's going to do. I think we'll go with the Rooster. So the Rooster's going out the hairpin towards this right hand bend. I can't remember exactly what they call this right hand bend. I think it was some R, I can't remember, but I'll try and remember at some point. But he's powering his way up towards Spoon, which is a double right hand apex. So you go around one bit, then go around the other. And then obviously trying to cross that line too much because it'll go against you. It'll probably ping you for a penalty for track limits, but past the support paddock pit lane where they normally have the supports, if they have them there, into 130R. So then he's powering his way up to 130R. Best not trying to overtake there because it will be ending into disaster, and then in towards Casio Triangle to complete the lap then. So you got the little snake S-bend out of towards behind the pits at the start of the lap. But yeah, it's going to be close as you like, but that's the lap of Suzuka then. So I'll try and remember the corner names as best as I can throughout the night as well. But we are getting very close then, excuse me, towards the first qualifying session of the season. Just double check that I am still on stream. Just to go out there. Yes, we are. That's okay. Just need to double check that, and just because I don't want to feel like there's an issue. But Ishmael Nemri done in the 77 RAC Bat in Bretta. Obviously BTCC style livery as well, so it's going to be very close to see what he's going to do. Obviously he won a few races in the Scirocco's I think he won a few races in the Scirocco's, and I had a bit of a disappointing sort of middle half of the Scirocco's where got caught up in a few incidences, but nevertheless he's back in the Subaru WRXs for this season. But Dean Atkinson then, winner of the VW Scirocco's, is he going to make it back-to-back championship wins, or is he going to try and push on? Is he going to be thereabouts for the back-to-back titles? You know, is he going to be there? He only won the Scirocco's by 1 point. The leather lap at Dragon Trails at Seaside at the end of the season, which ultimately given that 1 point title advantage ahead of Panos. Panos would actually bend it into the wall, but Dean had led a lap, so that gave him that slight narrow championship win. But it's going to be very interesting to see what he's going to do in the Subarus. He's going to make it 2 championships on the trot. Be very interesting to see if he does. But nevertheless, Neil Smell gets a bit crossed up out of or had a bit of an issue going in towards Casio Triangle. Don't know whether he just hit the barrier or just did put too much power on, but we'll see how well he does. He's a likeable racer, I must admit, is Neil, you know. But there is a lot of interest in to see what people are going to do. Chris Rigby then in the Yazoo sponsored Subaru. Let's see what he's going to do. Andy White, however, let's see what he's going to do. He's a force to be reckoned for. I think he's going to be thereabouts. I think he's had a bit of rough and tumble season in Aston Martins, I believe. Just put that out there, but going to be very interesting to see what he's going to do. See how close he's going to get for tonight. I believe Malcolm's going to come back in a moment or two. I think he was grabbing a livery We'll just see if he is back. I don't think he is yet, but I'm sure he will be soon. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen for tonight. But yes, if you are watching the stream, guys, please do consider to subscribe to Eldar Racing for all the action. Hopefully in a couple of weeks we will be on GT7, but for the time being we are on GT Sport, just to get that out there. And you know, got 6 weeks of these in practice. It's going to be a mega. Looking forward to seeing what exactly is going to happen for the season, as Ishmael gets it wrong out towards the snake section. A couple of S-bends, it slides like a snake as well, so it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But then in towards Dunlop in a Motorsport 2, which he is now, you normally go right towards, back on towards Castillo Triangle, or just cut out Castillo Triangle and complete the East Circuit. But we're not on that, we're on the full GP loop, home of the Japanese Grand Prix. But it is very humid in Japan at the moment. It is likely we're going to see some warm tyres, and tyres are going to be a major factor. Same with the fuel, but these 2 7-lap races and then 11-lap and then 11-lap third race. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. I'm just going to like this stream myself, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. And I think we're going to be around 2 minutes till qualifying, so it's going to be very close. We'll see what Dean Atkinson's doing. I think Brian Moncani's literally got his hazard lights on at the moment, but we'll see exactly. See exactly what's going to happen. But it's going to get very close then. But, there's a lot of cars trying to go. A lot of interest. I think Malcolm's now rejoined. But Malcolm's now decided, right, time to jump into the PS5 livery. He's got the Eldar Sim logo on there. He's got a Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs, which, just to put that out there, Hopper's Motorsport Vlogs is my own personal project, but just to put that out there as a bit of a plug. I don't expect people to go and jump over there and subscribe and whatnot. This is about Eldar Racing, but you know, just put that out there. But you know, I'm sure a little plug just for that is okay. But Map's going to be feeling a bit weird. He's probably going to feel a bit claustrophobic. Well, not claustrophobic, but it's probably going to be like, why haven't I got the headset on? Why haven't I got the microphone? Why am I racing? But you know, fair play to him. You know, he's going to be racing tonight. He's going to be. Hopefully, he's in for a full season, because it'd be really nice to see Malcolm make a race, make the season work. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. I think Nick's actually pre-warned people. Remember, you have to use different tyres, I think, to try and say. Let's have a look. Different tyres in race 1 and 2. I think it's going to be very close, but qualifying now then is going to be starting for the first one of the season. Let's see what's going to happen then, because are we going to be in for a very topsy-turvy night of racing here at Suzuka. There's 15 cars on the grid tonight. It is a full grid. You know, you would normally have 16, but because obviously the one was taken over by the commentator, aka me. But it's going to be very close then. Quite a few guys are heading out of track. There's a lot of cars actually going out of the track as we speak. So So Dean Atkinson and Darren Baldwin, Mark Littlejohn, and of course Andy White is in pit lane. So the Rooster, I believe that is Chris Rigby, yes. Brian Moncani is also out. Ishmael Nunnery, Jamie Hillman, Finley Ostler, and of course William Lane. Nick's out there, and the Rangers out, I believe. Neil Smale and of course Andy White somewhere. He's there, he's just out there. Neil Smale is roughly the last one to leave pit lane then, so I won't worry about the cars being in different order. It'll all sort itself out in a month or two, but just doesn't like to correct the lead positions yet, because obviously with their sort of respective placings within qualifying. I believe we've already lost one driver. I think we did have 15, but it looks like just trying to figure out who has left. Just trying to figure out at the moment, but we did have 15, and it does look like them. It is. Trying to figure out who had left, but not sure whether it was Malk. I think Malk's actually disappeared, which is a bit unfortunate for him, but we'll see if he makes it back. But Jamie goes into pit lane then. Finley Ostler will be the first one to take a flying lap then. But it sounds like Malk's meant to change tyres, but it wouldn't let me, so he went off in qualifying and can't get back on track, so that's a bit annoying. But he may have to start from the back of the grid for race number 1. But we'll see what happens then. There's a lot of pressure though going on to Dean Atkinson for this season. As I say, he was reigning VW Shortco champion for that season. He's now going to try and hunt for back-to-back titles. Is he going to be able to do it though? Is he going to be able to do it? You know, is he going to be thereabouts, or is he going to be pushing on? Or is someone else going to steal that crown away from him? The Rooster trying to push on through the Deckmans at the moment. He's probably thinking, not this nightmare car, I had enough of it in WTSC, but he's back for another crack to see how well he's going to do with it. He didn't enjoy it here when he raced it in the Red Bull livery that Jamie Hillman now has in WSTC. Chris Rigby there in the Zoo, William Lane, Brian Moncani, you've got Ishmael Nunnery, Jamie followed by Nick, and then you've got Mark Littlejohn. He's going to be okay as Mark. Let's see how well he does. 6 minutes to go then in qualifying. A few guys have obviously made a pit stop to change tyres, so Darren is going to have to try and push on for, I think, push on to get another lap in. He's going awfully slowly at the moment. I don't know whether he's just waiting for the traffic to thin out a bit, but we'll see what's going to happen between now and then. But Finley Ostler then about to cross the line. What's he going to do? He's done a 209.3 at the moment. Dean Atkinson with a 209.403. The Rooster 210 rather. Do apologise with that, but he's done 210.4. Brian Moncani 210.607. Ishmael Nunnery 210.675. Time's coming thick and fast. Nick then 210.1. The Ranger pips him though to a 210.105. So very interesting. Andy White though now pips him to a 209.5. So it's getting very close. It's going to be close as you like. Neil Smale was a 210. Was he? Yeah, 2:10.9. So he's not far off the pace at the moment. He's doing very well. He's 11th at the moment. William Lane 2:13.689. Jamie Hillman has to do another lap because he was in pit lane. You've got, of course, Darren still doing another flyer. Ickle Pants, however, Mark Littlejohn though, 2:09.279. That's a very interesting lap time for the Ash Sutton sort of liveried Impreza as Ishmael Memory gets a bit crossed up out of the Degners. I think he actually went in the gravel as well, so it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. We'll try and keep up with the times with 4 minutes remaining in qualifying. Who's going to take the first pole position of the new season, and who is going to be pushing on, who is literally going to be trying to stop the rot of the faster guys at the moment. I think Finley's trying to get there. He's trying to get back into the groove. He's had a few race wins. He's had also a bit of a interesting round at Goodwood and the Scirocco's last season, on course to win, and then he got tapped out at the final chicane. But I think he's going to try and put that behind him and literally see what he's going to do. He's going into pit lane though, however, so that's going to be very interesting with 3 minutes and 20 left on the clock. Dean Atkinson this time still third at the moment. The Rooster goes in as well, so father and son in pit lane. I think they're just trying to literally push on. I think it's going to be very close. I think Brian Moncani up into fifth then. Seems a lot of times are coming thick and fast now. Jamie 2:10.083 at the moment. The Ranger's still there. He's going into pit lane. Nick's still in 8th place at the moment. Rooster 9th. Ishmael Numry still there in 10th at the moment. Chris Rigby 2:10.8. Neil Smale coming through. He's done a 2:11 this time round though. But Darren then on to provisional pole position. So the pink machine, the Pink Panther, with a 2:08.2 at the moment. He's going to be thereabouts, so that's going to be very close. I think Malk will be starting from the back of the grid for race number 1. It's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, but 2 minutes left in qualifying, and let's see what's going to happen. So it's Darren versus Mark Littlejohn at the moment. This could be very close between the two. They've actually done 2:08, so it could be very close between the pair of them. They've obviously raced each other before, and it's going to be very close to see what's going to happen between a few of them. But obviously Darren and of course Mark, they're going to literally push away. I think, you know, Darren says he's doing it for a bit of fun, so, you know, maybe the competitiveness isn't quite there yet, but, you know, maybe if he gets pole position at the moment, he will probably be more competitive. We know what Darren's like. He claims he's a beginner. He isn't. But Finley Osler still third place at the moment, so that could be safe. It may not though. Dean Atkinson is on an out lap. Andy White is on an out lap. Brian Moncani though, coming through Casio Triangle. Got William Lane in front of him. He's going to try and get a toe off William for the time being, but he's sixth at the moment. What's he going to do? He's done a 2:10.3 there. Williams up to 11. Where did that put him? I think that put him still 14th at the moment. Yes, it did. Neil Smale 2:10 rather. He's 13th at the moment. Chris Rigby with a 2:10.8, still his fastest time. Ishmael Numry 2:10.6 was still his fastest time. He's on an outlap. He's got 23 seconds to go though. He's not going to get around in time to get that flyer. He may just do it actually, but depending on obviously if he gets held up. But Rooster's still in there in 10th. Nick's down in 9th now, so he's got the Ranger ahead of him. So Nigel trying to push on. He's trying to literally get thereabouts. As qualifying now comes through Brooks End. It is going to be very close though. It's going to be ones that are on a flyer now. Jamie's gone off at Dunlop, so he's going to have to be very careful. Brian Moncani, what's he going to do? He's trying to push that Pescarolo's colour scheme. around, but we'll see what's going to happen. You've got a few guys that are still out on their outlaps. Darren currently still is top of the tree then on pole position. He'll get a point for that. With that 208.2 at the moment. But let's see what Mark's going to do. Is Mark going to be able to try and get pole position away from Darren? You know, it's going to be very close. We'll see exactly what's going to happen in a moment. I think we will be getting the grid reshuffled, so Mark can join in for race number 1. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. We'll see what Mark's going to do. He's coming through 1:30 now. He's down on his time there. Not a very good lap time this time around, I don't think. But we'll see what's going to happen in a moment. But excuse me. But he goes out of Cassiola. About to cross the line. I don't think he's going to improve this time around. No, he doesn't. He does a 2:09 in the end. But Darren's still on his final lap. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But we'll see what's going to happen. I think Darren's going to go, and let's see what his time's going to be. I think he's still pushing on. Nah, he's not improved this time around, which is a bit unfortunate. But Ishmael and Emery then up into third straight away with 2:09.239. So the Ranger goes at 2:10.093. Where did that put him? That put him in 9th. So it's going to be very careful between now and then. I think we will be most likely going to be very close. We'll see if Malk's actually going to make it on the grid, because he didn't make it for qualifying, but he may be on the grid. So possible restart for Malk. Yeah, that's fine, mate. No problem at all. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But if he's still entered, he might be on the grid. He might be able to be on the grid. So it just says he didn't finish at the end, so he may be on the grid. So we shall have a look. No, he's not there. So it's going to be a restart then. So let's see what's going to happen. I think we are going to have a restart. So I think we are going to restart. So I think the other guys are literally going to be about to restart, because Malk needs to get onto the grid. So it's going to be so let's see what's going to happen. So I think we are going to have a reset because Malk needed to get in. I don't think he meant to not miss the grid, but I think it has now been set, so we are good to go in a moment. So let's see exactly what's going to happen. So a swarm of angry bees may be loose in a minute, but we'll soon find out. So then it's Darren versus Mark on the grid then, followed by Ishmael and of course Finley at the moment, followed by Dean Atkinson, Andy White, Brian Mulcahy, Jamie, the Ranger, Nick, the Rooster, and of course Chris Rigby, and Malk is at the back of the field. It is going to be a hectic. Let's see what's going to happen. But we'll see exactly what is going to happen for the time being. But Darren looks like he's got a good start then. And it's going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen between now and then. But Ishmael gets into third. He's had a bit of a decent start there. Let's see what's happening. There's a bit of nose to tail between the likes of Finley, Dean Atkinson, and of course Andy White. They're going to try and push on, but it could be very close. We've got Jamie Hillman trying to push on. He's in there in 7th at the moment. There's a lot of cars trying to go side by side into the Snake, with the likes of the Ranger and Nick almost side by side between each of them. We'll see exactly how close it's going to get between them. There's the blue and lime green and white car getting to 8th place, with of course Nick now 9th, with the likes of Chris Rigby actually now into 9th. That was a very quick move into Dunlop, with Neil Smale going fired off into the gravel at Degner 1 there, with Brian Mulcahy and of course Malk having a bit of a battle for 14th and 13th, I believe. Yes it is, and poor old Neil has dropped to the back of the field. He is not going to be happy with that, so he's got with a penalty. I believe that is Ishmael Memory. But the battle for the race lead then is between Darren and of course Mark. It could be very close between these two. So the Pink Panther versus Mark there, it could be very close. Let's see what Darren's going to do. It's going to be very close as you like, but between Ishmael, he's got that 5-tenth penalty. That's going to cost him a bit of ground from Dean Atkinson. I think Dean will catch him up, but you can just see how close they're going to get. But Ishmael's taking that penalty. He's got to be very careful that these guys that are behind don't clip him when he takes it. But Dean Atkinson goes into third, then try and make a move in towards 130R, with Casco Triangle coming up with likes of Andy White and of course the Ranger battling Jamie. They're battled in of course the VW Scirocco's, with Nick trying to push on. It is going to be there about but Nick's up to 6th then. Is he going to get very close for first place between Mark and Darren? Darren's trying to defend like mad into turn number 1. Is he going to be able to do that? Let's have a look. Yes he is. But it's going to get very close between Ickle Pants and Darren at the moment. Darren's trying to push on for that first win. We're on to lap 2 out of 7. Dean still down 3rd. Andy White 4th. The Ranger in 5th. Of course Nick in 6th. Jamie in 7th. But he's got quite a lot of cars behind him between the Rooster and of course William Lane at the moment. But it seems it's going to be a very close proximity. You've got Ishmael Nemri in 11th, now he's dropped down to 11th, Brian Mulcahy in 12th, then you've got Finley 13th, the moment Neil Smale was down in 15th, he's trying to catch up to his group, Malk 14th, and the moment William Lane and of course Finley Osler into Degner 2, almost took each other and traded paint there, but Malk had a decent eye view of that. But Brian up into 11th, then with the likes of Ishmael trying to get back up in towards that top 9 at the moment. He's in top 10, but Chris Rigby in 9th, and the Rooster in, of course, 8th. Jamie in 7th. Nick still there in 6th at the moment, with the Ranger still 5th at the moment, with Dean Atkinson now dropped down to 4th. So it's going to be very close. Andy White in 3rd at the moment with Ickle Pants. Now Mark Littlejohn. I think Darren flashed the hazard lights a bit, but Mark's trying to push on to Darren. Still trying to go through 130R. They can't make that move into 130R. It is a bit tense into there, but Mark's going to try and make a move into Casio Triangle. Is he going to get it done? He may be able to, but it could be very close between the pair of them. But I think there's been a change for 6th place. I think Jamie's got past Nick for 6th at the moment, so Nick's dropped down to 7th. The Rooster is still there. I think it's a lot of cars galore with, I think Brian Moncani's had a penalty, has he? Or has he just had a bit of an issue? I think he has dropped down to 12th, back down to 12th, could even be 13th as William Lane gets into 12th place into turn number 1. But it's going to be very careful. These two are going to have to be careful not to take each other out. But you can just see William Lane there in the white and blue Subaru versus the Pasquarolo coloured, but Finley and of course Chris Rigby are having a bit of battle for 10th and 11th for the moment, lower down the order where they would like to be, but that could be very interesting for race number 2's reverse grid. Malk's still there in 14th with Neil Smale still 15th for the moment. He's trying to push up, he's trying to get there about, but battle for the race lead is still getting close as you like between Darren and of course Mark at the moment. This could be very close between the pair of them. It is going to be very close to see exactly what is going to happen between Darren and of course Mark. They're almost still nose to tail, but have obviously raced each other in the past. Andy White and Dean Atkinson for 3rd and 4th at the moment. This could be very close as Dean gets the move done, or tries to get the move done into Spoon. He can't really do enough about that, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen between the top 4 of the top 4 of the race. Though they're trying to battle. Nigel's trying to catch them up, so you've got the Ranger trying to catch up to the top 3 now, well top 4. He's trying to catch up there, but it could be very close as Andy White and Dean Atkinson towards Casio Triangle, trying to push on, but Andy White runs a bit wide. That almost delays Dean out of Casio Triangle, but he's on Andy White's back bumper, trying to get there onto lap number 4 out of 7 then, so we're not far away from the checkered flag in the first race between the likes of Dean, Andy White, and the Ranger is also now lurking in the background. You can just see, he's got the move done into 4th place between Dean Atkinson and Andy White, but he's had to drop back because Dean got that line dead on, but he's going to try and go there. A bit of contact, bit of paint swap in. Could be very close with Dean Atkinson and the Ranger. They battled in the VWs. Could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen there, but you know, it could be very close as you like. But it looks like the change for the race lead while we were looking is now that Mark's now into the race lead. Then don't know how he's managed to do it, but obviously Darren was trying to push on, but he's obviously now conceded that first place to Mark Littlejohn there. But Dean Atkinson back into 4th then, with the Rangers still 5th. Jamie still there in 6th at the moment with the Rooster now in of course 7th. Nick in 8th. He's got Ishmael Numry in 9th at the moment with Brian Moncani back into the top 10 then. Chris Rigby, William Lane, and of course Finley Osler battling for 11th, 12th and 13th at the moment. Mounts in 14th at the moment, a lowly 14th as Neil Smale tries to power and get there about, but the battle for the race lead is still going on between Mark and of course Darren. They're both trying to go back to the good old days. I believe they've raced each other before, so excuse me, it seems that Mark's trying to hold off Darren for that elusive first victory of the season. On to lap 5 then, so 2 laps to go in this race. Andy White still 3rd, Dean Atkinson still 4th at the moment, with the Ranger and Jamie for 5th and 6th at the moment, trying to push on. They're trying to get further up the field. They're actually in a comfortable place for what could be an interesting battle between the pair of them, the Red Bull versus the Eldar Racing. Jamie gets on that line. So Jamie gets into 5th, almost. He gets there. Yes, he gets into 5th. The Rooster's still there. What's happening for the race lead though? Has the gap come down, or is the gap just slightly or is Mark pulling that gap further apart now from Darren? It's around about 0.6 at the moment, but I think Darren's trying to push on. He's going to be thereabouts. We'll see what's trying to happen, but the Rangers trying to still get past Jamie, the Red Bull machine, versus the other blue car there. It's going to be very close, because Dean Atkinson now in 4th, going into Degner 2. Could be very careful between Jamie and the Ranger. The Rooster's still there, Nick's still there, and of course 8th at the moment, Ishmael 9th, with Chris Rigby in 11th, with William Lane trying to push on in 12th place at the moment. Finley 13th, Neil Smale however up to 14th. Malk's had a bit of an issue. I don't know whether Malk's had a penalty or he's just trying to push on, but he's 15th at the moment. That will put him onto pole position for race number 2. Neil Smale will be alongside him, but of course Chris Rigby and William Lane almost battling for 12th and 11th and 12th rather. A bit of battle scarred in that blue and white machine, but he gets past Chris Rigby in the Yazoo milkshake machine. So that'll be thereabouts. We'll see exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them. Trading paint yet again, but William Lane gets a bit crossed up out of Spoon. He gets onto the dirt. He may try and push on. We'll see what's going on further up the field in mix. They're all bunched together heading out of Casio Triangle, but I have a feeling the race lead in a moment or two is actually going to go crazy in a minute. I think Nick and Ishmael Memory with both 1.5 second penalties. How have they managed to get that, I wonder? So that's allowed Andy White goes off track at turn number 1, which is now has allowed Dean Atkinson up into 3rd. That's allowed Jamie into 4th. Andy White in, of course, 5th. The Rangers 6th at the moment. What's happening with the battle race lead? Still come down to the penultimate lap though. This could be very interesting between Mark and Darren. Darren's trying to get back into race lead. He says he's doing it for fun, but I think he's going to literally try and power that pink machine back into the race lead. But you know, it's a very good showing from the pair of them. But Jamie's trying to put Dean Atkinson under pressure towards the latter half of the penultimate lap almost. But Andy White there 6th place at the moment, with the Ranger now 5th. He gets a bit crossed up out of the Degner, but it could be thereabouts. It could be very close. The Roosters catching up to Andy White for that 6th place at the moment. Brian is there in, of course, 8th at the moment. Nick 9th, Ishmael 10th, Chris Rigby in 11th. Finley now 13th, William Lane, Finley 12th rather, William Lane 13th, Neil Smale 14th, Malcolm 15th then. Could be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen, but could just see exactly how close it's going to get between Darren and, of course, Mark at the moment. Mark's trying to push on for that elusive win. Is he going to try and get the first victory of the season underway? He's trying to get thereabouts out at Casio Triangle. Darren's still chasing him down as Jamie literally now catches onto the back of Dean Atkinson out of 130R. Could be very close between these two. Jamie could get onto the podium. You never know exactly how Jamie goes though, as Andy White gets a bit crossed up out at Casio Triangle. He's got the Rooster breathing down his neck, about to start the final lap though of race number 1. So it could be very careful between the pair of them. Let's see what's going to happen. Is the Rooster going to try and take 6th place away, but his battle for 3rd is still there as Jamie gets a bit crossed up out of turn number 1. What's Darren doing? Darren is almost on the back of Mark's back bumper there. It's almost neck and neck between the pair of them. It's also almost neck and neck for 4th and 5th. This is absolutely unreal, you know, and also 6th and 7th as well. So, you know, there's a bit of battles galore. I'm trying to find out what's going on with the race lead though, because as you can see with the likes of Darren and of course Mark at the moment, Mark's literally trying to eke that advantage away from Darren, but Jamie goes wide at the deck. No, oh, I think the Ranger nearly had a heart skip a beat there, because Jamie nearly went right in front. Andy White's trying to catch. Oh my goodness, there's almost 3 cars wide out of the hairpin. The Rooster is there as well. Brian Mulcahy's catching them up as well. Andy White and of course Jamie and the Ranger. Oh, there could be 3 cars wide towards Spoon. Is this going to happen? Because they're trying to go one way, try to go another, try to make it 3. Oh, to try and make it 3 cars wide into Spoon. It's not going to happen. Andy White has to concede that 4th place at the moment. The Rooster, he's up into 6th. But let's see what's going on for the battle for the race lead. I don't know what's happened to William there. He's dropped out. I think he's had electrical fault in that Subaru. But Mark Littlejohn then about to take the first victory of the season and the first race. But fair play to them both. Darren finishes 2nd. Dean Atkinson in 3rd. Jamie 4th. Andy White 5th at the moment. The Rooster and of course the Ranger still there. But Dean Atkinson will take 3rd place. So we'll be on to the podium with Jamie in 4th then. Andy White 5th, the Rooster 6th, the Ranger 7th, Brian Mulcahy 8th, Nick in 9th, Ishmael 10th. Let's see what he's going to do from 10th place. Chris Rigby 11th, with Finley 12th. Neil Smell will be 13th then. So it could be very interesting to see what happens to poor old Malk though. Probably in his first ever proper race. Doesn't really race much. He does commentary as well, so you know, a bit of a unknown territory for him. He's got a 1-second penalty there. He's going to have to take that before he crosses the line, but he will be the last classified finisher. I don't know what happened to William Lane though, because he tried to push on. I think, you know, with what was going on, there was a lot of, you know, just going to get that race result there. But I'll be back in a minute. But it looked like then Mark Littlejohn though, he will be thereabouts, and we'll see what's going to happen for race number 2. Race number 2 is a reverse grid. It is another 7-lap encounter, but if you have a look, Mark Littlejohn then takes the race win and the fastest lap. We'll go about the fastest lap in a minute. Darren's 2nd, so that dice was quite sensational between the pair of them. Dean Atkinson gets onto the podium. Jamie 4th, Andy White 5th, the Rooster in 5th, followed by the Ranger in 7th, with Brian Mulcahy 8th, Nick in 9th, Ishmael 10th, Chris Rigby 11th, Finley 12th, Neil Smell 13th, and of course Malk in 14th. Sadly William Lane did not finish. Don't know exactly what happened to him, but Mark then with a 2:08.5 on lap number 3. It wasn't beaten either, and I'll tell you what, it looked to me like there was a lot of dicing and a lot of paint being swapped. But it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what is going to happen for race number 2. It's getting a bit cloudy here at Suzuka. But we'll see what race number 2 is going to be like. So I'm going to go and grab a quick drink, and I'm going to be back in a moment or two, but it's going to be very close to see what's going to happen for the second race of the evening. It is going to be very close. We'll see. I think you are allowed to use the racing super softs, but I think you can't in the third race. I'm not too sure. It's a bit confusing, but we'll figure it out at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm going to grab a quick drink. I'm going to have a quick leg stretch as well, because, you know, it's going to be a bit of a topsy-turvy race for race number 2. I think Malk's going to be on pole position. I think he's having a bit of a unknown territory at the moment for him, but hopefully he'll do very well for race number 2. But it looks like Andy White's got a bit of a throttle issue. His throttle's stuck open, so it might not be easy for him. Okay, that's fine. Cheers, Nick. I got myself really confused, mate. But thank you for clarification. It says it's different compound from race 1. So if you use the softs in race 1, you now have to use the super softs. But if you use the super softs in race 1, then you go onto the softs, so vice versa. But it's going to be very close. We'll see what's going to happen very soon. But it did seem that Andy White got a bit of issues with his throttle. So I'm going to go for a quick leg stretch and a quick drink, and I'll be back in a minute or two.
What's up?
Sat down. There we go, that's better. So race 2 is in around 3 minutes time then. Was it 3? No, it's 4. Yeah, it'd be 3 minutes time, I do apologise. So it's going to be very close then. See what's going to happen then. We've got then, it will be then Malk on pole position, followed by Neil Smelt. Then it will be Finley, Chris Rigby, Ishmael, Nick, Brian Moncani, the Ranger, the Rooster, and Jamie, and Dean Atkinson, and of course Darren, and then Mark at the rear of the field. But we'll see what happens with that. I think Andy White will be missing race number 2 and 3, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen then, because that will literally now jumble the grid up even more. I think William Lane won't be making it for race 2. I'm not too sure whether he will be or not, but it might be very interesting to see what's going to happen. I think most of the cars are going to be on the super softs, so it's a big shame that Andy White's throttle is stuck open. I think it's not, you know, I think like he said, it's not going to be easy to race with, and fair play, you know, he doesn't want to risk any issues, but he did very well in race number 1, so, you know, maybe interesting to see what race number 2 brings, because, you know, we've now Malk on to pole position for race 2. He's probably thinking, well, we're having a bit of fun, so we'll see exactly what's happening. I think the guys are discussing alcohol, which is slightly concerning considering it's a sim race, but you know, we'll see exactly what's going to happen for the time being. But we'll see what Darren's going to do. Is he going to be able to push on for the second race? Is he going to? He's starting from towards the rear of the field, so we'll see exactly what's going to happen with that. But you know, We're a minute away from the second race starting, so it's another 7-lap encounter. Hopefully it's clean this time round, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen very soon. But as Mount gets a bit crossed up out of the Degner there into the gravel, does not want to be doing that. But we'll see how well he goes. But race 2 is just about to begin then, so let's see what is going to happen for the second race of the evening. Could be very close, but let's have a look then. But nevertheless, Mount's on pole position, followed by Neil Smale. Finley versus Chris Rigby, and then obviously Ishmael and Nick. Can't really see the start lights here because they're at the other angle, but let's see who gets a decent start then into turn number 1. Who is going to lead the second race of the evening. Let's see what happens. Has Mount got a decent start? Yes, he has. Neil Snow also has a bit of a decent start, but it almost looked like he bogged down a bit, but he's on the attack to try and get past Mount for the race lead. Finley's there with, of course, Chris Rigby. Chris Rigby trying to trade paint already. I think we've also got a bird's eye view of Nick going into 5th already. Yeah, he's gone into 5th with Ishmael there with the Ranger trying to catch it up. It's almost a lot of cars trying to latch onto the back of each other, with the likes of the Ranger versus Brian Mulcahy, the Rooster, Jamie, Dean Atkinson, Darren, and of course Mark in 13th. But Malk rather leads the race then from Neil and Finley versus Chris Rigby going into Degner 1. What's going to happen between the pair of them could be very interesting. Remember, in race number 1, poor old Neil got fired off into the gravel at that moment on the opening lap, but Malk leads from Neil versus Finley, and of course Chris Rigby, as Nick goes on to that dive bomb move. It's not really a dive bomb, but it almost ended in tears. He actually nearly got 3rd place from the likes of Chris Rigby, the Ranger, and of course Finley. But Nick's now dropped down to 6th, Ishmael 7th at the moment. Chris Rigby up into 3rd with Finley chasing him. It's almost like Neil Smale and of course Malcolm having a bit of a battle for 1st and 2nd. So it could be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen between the pair of them. Chris Rigby's got a train of cars, so if the top 2 break away, it could be very interesting. It could be very close as you like between Finley and of course Chris going into Spoon with the Ranger. Oh, Ranger's gone off at Spoon as Nick gets there into 5th, going into Castillo. This is where it's going to get very close between the pair of them, but I'll tell you what, Malk leads the race then. He will be on course to try and push on. You know, he's going to try and get thereabouts with Chris Rigby and of course Finley there, the 3rd and 4th at the moment. Could be very close. Nick's there in 5th at the moment. Nick's got a bird's eye view if anything happens between these two. You know, Nick's like that unwanted guest that you don't want to invite to the party, but you know, could be very careful to see what happens. You've got the Rooster, the Ranger, Jamie, Ishmael, Dean's there as well, with Darren and of course Mark there in, of course, 11th and 12th. Brian Mulcahy 13th at the moment. Poor Brian's having a bit of a nightmare at the moment, but Mount's still trying to push on. But we're at 2 out of 7 with Neil Smale. Hopefully not gonna make any mistake. He's got Chris Rigby trying to breathe down his neck for that 2nd place at the moment as Finley gets a bit crossed up out of Degner 2 in front of Nick, but Nick's trying to push on, excuse me, for that 4th place at the moment. It's almost very close between Chris and of course Neil Smale, but that's allowing Malk to get away in the race lead. Then Mount's probably thinking, if you guys all battle, I can get away and hopefully hope for the best. But gonna smell there, holding on for second place at the moment. He's had a career second place before in WSTC. As he runs a bit wide out of Spoon, that's a bit unfortunate. Where has he? Oh, he's gone off. He's gone off in the gravel. Got to be careful. So he's dropped right down to the tail of the field now. He's not going to like that. He's not. He's going to be kicking himself. So that's allowed Brian up into 12th. Brian's going to try and make a brave move into 130. Is he going to do it? He's thinking about it. Trying to get Darren into Casio Triangle. However, has Malk's gone off? Has Malk had an issue, or is he? Oh, I can't believe that. Poor old Malk's dropped out of the race lead then. So Chris Rigby and of course Finley, look at them all trying to get. There's a lot of trains going from one side to another. As Chris Rigby tries to weave down the straight. I don't think that's going to be easy. I don't know whether that's in the rules or not, but he's trying to break the toe from Finley Ostler at the moment, with Nick up into third with Andrew Ostler. Finley's that fourth at the moment, trying to push on. So it could be an Ostler podium very soon, if you know, you never know. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Jamie fifth at the moment, the Ranger sixth, Ishmael seventh, Dean in eighth, with of course Mark in ninth at the moment, with Darren there in 10th at the moment. Brian 11th, Neil 12th rather, Malk 13th. Malk was actually leading the race. I don't know whether he's had a bit of an issue, but he's gone off there at Dunlop with Chris Rigby and of course Nick and Finley. Oh, they've all gone off at the Degners. Oh, Nick spun into the wall there. So it's an Ostler 1-2 at the moment. Oh my days. So Finley leads his dad then from. Oh, this could be history making at the moment. But poor old Nick, he lost it in the Degners. So Finley under pressure from his dad at the moment for that race lead at the moment. This could be very close. Better not take each other out because it could be family arguments. You know, this could be very close, with Jamie third at the moment, the Ranger in fourth, Chris in fifth, then Dean in of course eighth at the moment, Darren seventh, with Mark in sixth at the moment. But I'll tell you what, look at all this car, it's almost close as you like going into 130. But Finley leads the race then from his dad at the moment. Handful of laps left, but this could be very close. Jamie in third then. Is he under pressure from... He's almost under pressure from the Ranger and of course Chris Rigby, but Chris Rigby's got overtaken by none other than race one winner Mark Littlejohn. So Mark's up to up into fifth then, with Darren seventh at the moment. But I'll tell you what, the battle for the race lead, what on earth are these two eating for breakfast this morning? So it's Finley in first place, followed by his dad in second. It looks like Andrew's trying to put his son under considerable amount of pressure. This could be very close. This could be a very interesting debate. Jamie third at the moment, with the Ranger trying to hold on for fourth place from the likes of Mark Littlejohn there. Chris Rigby there in sixth. Oh, Mark's trying to get fourth from the Ranger. This could be 4 cars into the Degners in a minute. This could end in tears. Oh! It looked like Mark was trying to get past Chris Rigby with great ease there. Darren's still in seventh at the moment. But I'll tell you what, as Jamie got very close, he's not that close yet to the back of Andrew's bumper. He's got Finley's trying to hold on. It could be an Ostler 1-2 for the race there. Jamie's still in third at the moment, with Mark trying to battle with the Ranger. The Ranger's trying to get there about. He's got that blue car alongside the Adrian Fluxmobile. This could be very close into Spoon, but it's thereabouts, trading paint. So Mark gets into fourth then. So race one winner up into fourth then. Chris Rigby in sixth, Darren seventh, Dean in eighth, Brian in of course ninth at the moment. Neil Smell in the top 10. Ishmael and Nick having a bit of a battle. This could be quite interesting between the pair of them for 11th and 12th into 130R. Well, in 13th then, with the likes of Finley and Andrew versus Jamie. You know, it could be very interesting. On to lap 5 out of 7, so 2 laps to go. With Mark Littlejohn trying to catch up to these guys. He's on the super softs at the moment, but you know, is he gonna try and catch up to these guys? Because the top 3 at the moment now are trying to push on. But if you look exactly what's happening, you know, it's quite an interesting battle for the race lead at the moment. I think Mark's just waiting for the 3 ahead of him to make a mistake. The Ranger's still there in 5th. Chris Rigby and of course Darren 6th and 7th at the moment. Neil Smale up into 8th now. So he's pushing on. He's trying to get back further up after having a bit of a nightmare. Don't know exactly what happened and what cost him that second place, because he was doing so well. I think when he ran wide at Spoon, the gravel just said enough, that's enough, and I'm not going to do that. But Brian Mulcahy, he's gone into gravel again at the Degners, but fair play. But I tell you what, Brian Mulcahy and Neil Smale have both lost 2 places, because when they were trying to give the place back, that's allowed Nick and Ishmael to get in 9th and 10th. That's not really what you wanted, but the Rangers now caught up to the back of course, Mark Littlejohn. But Finley's dropped down to 3rd, so it's not a 1-2 for the Oscars now. But Andrew's leading versus Jamie at the moment. This could be an absolute insane battle. But is that because the Roosters' tyres? I don't know if the Roosters' tyres are going off or it's just how it is. But Jamie gets, oh my goodness, he got the move done before on the extras. 130R. Absolute insane as Finley gets past his dad for that second. I think they're going to try and work together to get. They're still on the podium though, which is a good achievement. But Jamie has a penalty that will allow Finley to literally get back into the race lead. But Jamie has that penalty, he's taking it there. But that's allowed Finley and his dad to get 1-2 back in onto the penultimate lap. That's allowed Mark Littlejohn into 3rd though. This could be absolutely mental for the race lead. But Mark's there in, of course, 3rd at the moment. Jamie 4th, the Ranger 5th, Chris in 6th, Darren 7th, Dean in 8th, Nick 9th, Ishmael 10th, Brian 11th, Neil in, of course, 12th, poor old Malkin 13th, a lowly 13th as well. But this is absolutely insane for the race lead. If you see what's happening in the Rooster, he is going to be delighted if he gets a race win. He hated this car in WSTC. He won't hate it anymore if he gets a race win. I'll tell you that for next to nothing. With son Finley, who's in 2nd at the moment. Mark Littlejohn's trying to push them under pressure, quite sincerely under pressure. It's happening with Jamie still 4th, with the Ranger and of course Chris Rigby, that is 5th, 6th and 7th, because Darren gets into 6th. Darren's on a mission. He said he was doing this championship for fun. I don't believe that for 1 second, but I tell you what, Mark's got up into 2nd now. He's got to be very careful because Finley's back into. He's still in the race lead. Mark Littlejohn though trying to push on. This could be a very close battle for the race lead to go on to the final lap. This is absolutely insane. What is going on? I've never seen racing as close as. I know we had the VWs and they were close, but the WRXs have now provided some great entertainment this evening. So far, so good. But I'll tell you what, the Rooster is trying to get past Mark Littlejohn for that 2nd place. He's trying to make it an Oslo 1-2. Is he going to make it? Is he going to be able to do it? Oh my goodness. 3 cars wide. This is going to be mad. Jamie's trying to get. Oh, Jamie. Oh, he's got there. He's got there. Mark's back at the Mark's into the race lead. Oh, he's done that with precision. Is he going to be able to do it though? With Finley down in second, Jamie third now, Andrew in fourth, with Ranger fifth, Chris and Darren for sixth and seventh. But on to the last lap we go then. But I'll tell you what, Finley's not giving up to try and chase after Mark for that race lead. This could be very close as you like, but you've got to be very careful, because any incidences the stewards will be having a look. But Jamie is there in third at the moment then, so race one winner is probably going to do it a double as the Rooster drops down to fourth at the moment, with the Ranger in fifth, then Darren and Chris Rigby for sixth and seventh. Darren's trying to get sixth away from Chris Rigby. I think he's trying to do that out of the hairpin, but the Rooster up into third. He's back up into third. Jamie's down into fourth. But I think he's going to try. He's a bit too far back from Mark Littlejohn at the moment. With of course the Rooster now third, so his dad's third at the moment. That's quite interesting to see exactly how it is. It could all end at Casio Triangle though. That's the problem. That's really what may concern me, as Jamie tries to get a move into 130R. Jesus, 130R. This is the Ostler, not Ostler, yeah, Andrew Ostler. He's back up into third. He is back up into third as Mark Littlejohn takes it 2 from 2 at the moment with one race to go. With Finley in second, Jamie third, Andrew fourth, the Ranger fifth, Chris in sixth, Darren seventh, Dean in eighth, Brian ninth, Ishmael in of course 10th, Nick 11th, Neil Smale 12th, with Malk in of course 13th, a lowly 13th. He will be on pole position yet again though for race number 3, the final race of the evening. But this has been mental, it's been mad. But Mark Littlejohn then gets another race win. I tell you, it's been crazy. But what on earth? You know, it's been crazy. But I tell you what, from last place to get the victory, that's mad, I tell you. But I will get the race results and I will go through them very quickly for you guys. And I tell you what on earth have I just witnessed? It is very crazy indeed. But then, so Mark gets 2 wins from 2, with Finley in second, Jamie third, the Rooster in fourth. It was on course for an Ostler 1-2, and I'll tell you what, where did that come from? The Ranger in fifth, Chris Rigby in sixth, Darren 7th, Dean 8th, Brian 9th, Ishmael 10th, Nick in 11th, Neil Smell 12th, and Malk in 13th, after leading the race for quite a bit. Well, Jamie got the fastest lap on lap number 4 with a 2:09.4, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be very close going into the final race of the evening. But I'll tell you this, for next to nothing, it is going to be very close for the final race. And it is going to be an 11 lap encounter. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. We'll see exactly how close it's going to get I'm going to grab another quick drink and I'll catch you in a minute. Oh. But yeah, it's going to be close as you like. Excuse me. For the final race of the evening. So we'll see how close it's going to get for the final one in a moment or two. But yeah, it's been crazy. But we shall see. But it's going to get very close, I think, going towards the last race of the evening. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. But excuse me, I will be back in a minute. Let's have a look what's going to happen then. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. But it may be very close for comfort. But hopefully race 3 provides some great entertainment, as it has done for race 1 and for race 1 and 2. But you know, we'll see exactly how the final race of the evening is going to go. It's 11 laps though this time, and it is a compulsory pit stop, so I believe it's going to be from any time. But we'll see what's going to happen. Because poor old Jen sneezes. But we'll see. We'll see if Mark Littlejohn will make it 3 from 3 then. Is he going to be able to make it 3 from 3? Is he going to go from the back of the grid? As Malk says, please let me win. You almost had it, mate. You almost had it. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So let's see what's going to happen in a minute's time then for the final race of the evening. It's going to be close as you like. And yes, these Subarus are very good at donuts, I must admit. If you're offering a donut, pass me one, I'm hungry. But yeah, it's going to be very close to see what's going to happen. I think Malk's going to probably try and convert this race to a race win. It is going to be a bit of a topsy-turvy one, because if you think about it, it's going to be there, or it's going to be thereabouts, but we'll soon find out though. But it's Malk versus Neil, as it was in race 2 reverse grid, isn't it? Nick in 3rd, Ishmael 4th, Brian in 5th, Dean 6th, Darren 7th, Chris in of course 8th, and it's going to be very close. We can't see the starting lights, as I say, they are at the other end. But Mark Littlejohn then at the back of the grid. Is he going to make it 3 from 3, or we're going to get another winner this time round? But Mark gets a decent start, so does Neil, but Nick has a good jump in towards the top 2 straight away going into the first turn. Who is going to be there? It looks like Brian Moncani trying to make a brave move with the likes of Neil Smale and of course Nick and Malk, as Ishmael gives Neil a bit of a tap, with Dean Atkinson now up into 3rd, Nick in 2nd, Malk's there in 1st then, so Dean in 3rd, Neil rather in 4th at the moment, with Brian Moncani in of course 5th place, the Rangers 6th rather, Darren in the 7th, Jamie in 8th, with the likes of Ishmael. Ishmael's dropped back a bit with Chris Rigby and of course Jamie, and of course Mark Littlejohn with Finley and of course Andrew Ostler 11th and 12th at the moment. It's all kicking off towards the Degners though. Could be very close. Who has a penalty though? Was it a penalty? Yes, it was a penalty for Dean Atkinson. The guy in 3rd place at the moment had a penalty. There's another penalty, I think, for Chris Rigby, as Darren tries to get on the defence from, of course, Neil Smells dropped down a bit. Dropped down from 2nd down to 7th at the moment. He's got to push on. It's going to be very interesting with Chris Rigby and, of course, Mark Littlejohn there trying to battle for 9th and 10th. It's going to be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen between these guys at the moment. It looks like Chris he's still got to take his penalty with the likes of the Rooster at the moment. They're having a bit of contact between the pair of them at the moment. What you can't afford to have with Ishmael trying to catch up with Finley there in 13th at the moment, but Malk's leading the race there into Casio Triangle. We go for the first time. It could be very close between Nick as well. Nick's trying to push on for that first place from Malcolm Argo. Malk's trying to literally say, come on Nick, you're the founder, you've won races, I have not. It's very nice to see Malk on the grid though, to be fair, with Brian Moncani trying to catch these guys up as well. Let's see what he's going to do. But Nick's trying to get that outside line. Oy, what a move. He's got it from Malk. Malk's getting a bit loose there with Brian Moncani trying to catch up, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Brian's still there with Dean Atkinson 4th, the Ranger 5th, Darren 6th, Jamie in of course 7th at the moment, Mark in 8th, the Rooster 9th, Neil 10th, Ishmael 11th, Finley in 12th with Chris in 13th at the moment, but Nick still leads the race then. Malk's under pressure from Dean Atkinson and of course Brian Moncani at the moment. Malk's coming backwards, don't want to be doing that, mate. You want to try and push on as best as you can with the Ranger. Oh, Malk's lost an even bigger place at Dagner too, he's lost a handful. He's dropped right to the tail of the field now. That's a bit unfortunate. So that's allowed Ishmael, the Rooster and Darren and Jamie all of one place. It could be very interesting. Let's see what Brian's going to do. Is he going to be able to catch up towards Nick? Nick's leading the race then. Don't want to put the commentator's curse on the race leader, but he's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. It's thereabouts, see exactly what's going to happen between the likes of Brian Moncani and of course Dean Atkinson, because Nick's got that comfortable gap in the race lead. Dean could easily get in second place. He's got to be very careful going in towards 130 yard there. He may get Brian into Casco Triangle, excuse me, but Brian defends like mad at the moment with the Ranger in of course 4th place at the moment. Mark Littlejohn into 5th, Jamie 6th, Darren still 7th for the Rooster, in 8th at the moment Neil Smell. But the train of cars behind him has got the likes of Chris Rigby, Ishmael and of course Finley Osler, and of course Malk's right up there as well. He's going to try and push on for that. Oh, who was that? Oh, Neil's gone off there. Turn number 1. Does not want to be doing that. He's got to be very careful because Malk's now up into 11th with Ishmael there as well. But Nick's still leading the race then. On to lap number 3. No one's dived into the pits yet. As of yet though. Who's that? Oh, that's the Ranger going off at Dunlop. He's lost a handful of places now. I think the guys do know that they will have to make a pit stop in this race, but it will come when they're ready, as Jamie and Mark Littlejohn have a bit of an issue out of Degners, but it looks like Brian's going to try and concede. Oh, he's had to concede that second place to Dean Atkinson at the moment. It's race number 1 and 2 winner then, Mark Littlejohn up into 4th. Is he going to try and make it 3 from 3 though? This is the thing. If he makes it 3 from 3, it's a good night for him. But at the moment then it seems that, you know, could be very close to see what happens. Darren's still in 6th place at the moment, the Rooster 7th. The Ranger in 8th, Chris Rigby in 9th with Finley 10th. Malk's run wide at Spoon, that's allowed Ishmael and of course Neil Smale to get past in 10th and 11th and 12th rather. 13th for Malk though, with Nick still there in the race lead at the moment. Brian Moncani trying to defend from Mark Littlejohn as well as trying to chase after Dean Atkinson. Could be very careful, but no one's got into pit lane as of yet, so it could be there about a lot of interest, because Jamie is there in 5th at the moment, Darren in 6th, the Rooster in 7th, as Mark Littlejohn thinks about trying to overtake Brian Moncani, but Brian's run wide. He's run wide there, so he's dropped down to 5th now, so that's allowed Mark Littlejohn into 3rd. See exactly what's going to happen. Jamie into 4th, Brian 5th, and Darren now trying to put Brian under pressure for that 5th place at the moment. You can just see exactly how well he's going to go, but is it going to be thereabouts? We'll see exactly what's going to happen. But you know, with the Rooster at 7th, but Darren's got Brian Moncani 4th. that fifth place at the moment. So Darren's on a charge, the Rooster 7th, the Ranger and Chris Rigby both battling for 8th and 9th at the moment. What's happening between Ishmael? He's 11th, he's gone off at the Degners though, got to be very careful. That gravel just literally sinks you in. Like some quicksand there. Mount in 12th then. Ishmael 13th at the moment, but Nick's still leading the race then. It'll be very interesting to see who's going to be the bravest and who's actually going to get that strategy to go and change tyres. You know, it looks like Dean Atkinson pushing on. He's pushing on in 2nd place at the moment. He's got to be careful because Mark Littlejohn is right behind him at the moment. Race 1 and 2 winner though. He's in 3rd place at the moment. Will he make it 3 from 3 though? This is the thing. It'll be very interesting to see exactly whether he makes it 3 from 3 or we get a new winner for tonight. Could be very interesting. Brakes for Casio Triangle. He's got Jamie behind him. But you know, it's going to be very close to see exactly how it's going to filter out. But you can just see Jamie in, of course, 4th at the moment with Darren and Brian Moncani 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment. But these two have battled previously in other race series, but they're going to try and go thereabouts as Darren thinks about it. He tries to literally control that pink machine versus Brian's car there, but the Rooster in 7th, then the Ranger still 8th, Chris Rigby still 9th, Finley 10th, with Ishmael in 11th. Mount goes wide at turn number 1 for 12th, but Neil Smell is the first to pit then. I believe Nick is still out there. I think, you know, just looking exactly with the timing screens, it's all thrown up a bit as Dean's dropped down to now 3rd. He's allowed Mark Littlejohn in 2nd with Jamie trying to catch him up with Brian and of course Darren literally for 5th and 6th trying to push on the pair of them. Could be very interesting between these two, maybe these 4, as well as Nick and of course Mark Littlejohn as Brian runs a bit wide out of the hairpin. Jamie's going to try and get onto the back of Dean Atkinson up towards Spoon. Is that going to be possible? Could be. Oh, it could be very close as Jamie gets that move, gets the move done into Spoon. So he's done very well there to literally latch onto the back of that quick fit Impreza there, with the likes of the Rooster still there with the Ranger and Chris Rigby now catching up to the Rooster. With Finley now in 10th, Ishmael 11th, Mount still in 12th. He'll smell onto the softs then in, of course, 13th at the moment. He's not had the best of nights so far. He's been thereabouts. Nick's trying to push on in Casio Triangle. He's got Mark Littlejohn there. Jamie is the next to pit, so he's going to go, or I think he's going to go onto the softs. So that's allowed the likes of Dean and Darren and of course Brian at the moment to concede 4, well, to get up 1 place each as Mark tries to put Nick under pressure. This could be very close. It's going to be very close. Mark could easily try and make it 3 from 3 tonight. I personally think he's on to try and do that. Could be very interesting to see exactly what happens. Jamie back out into 8th place then. There's Finley, Malk and of course the Rooster also went in pit lane. Ishmael's in pit lane as well. So there's quite a few cars jumping into pit lane onto lap 6 out of 11 then. So we've got around 5 laps to go. As was that Mark? Oh, Mark nearly lost it at Degner 1. He's trying to, but you can just see them super softs. They're wearing quite a bit now. He's trying to push up to Nick, but he's now picked him on 5/10 penalty with Darren's into 3rd. So race 1 and 2 winner Mark literally cracking under pressure at the moment. So Dean in 4th, then Brian in 5th. It could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, but Darren and of course Mark, these two battled in of course race number 1. had that sensational battle for the race lead. Could be very close for another battle, but Mark's taking his penalty then. I think Mark might be next to pit, but I'm just not trying to pick people out at random and say they're going to pit this time round. But, you know, look at Darren. I think Darren's going to try and catch up to Nick. With Dean Atkinson and, of course, Brian Moncani, they will try and push on as well. But Mark in 5th, I think he knows it. I think his tyres are literally feeling the pain now. But I think that slide into Degner 1 didn't help him, did it? So it'll be very interesting. There's a lot of them actually go. The only car that hasn't though is Darren, so Darren's going to lead this race. I don't understand why the time screen is saying he's been in the pits, but he hasn't. So that's going to allow the likes of Jamie to get there in 8th, the Rooster 9th at the moment. But the ones that are in pit lane, it's going to be very close with the likes of, you know, just watching what's going on at the moment with Ishmael there, Neil Smell there, 11th, 12th, Malk's in 13th at the moment. But Nick's back out into, of course, into 3rd place at the moment. Dean in 4th, Brian Moncani 5th, Mark Littlejohn 6th, the Rooster 7th, Finley 8th, Chris Rigby on an outlap in 9th, the Ranger 10th, Ishmael 11th, Neil Smell 12th, Malk back in pit lane in, of course, 13th at the moment, but Darren still leads then from, of course, Jamie and, of course, Nick at the moment. But I think Darren's going to be the next one as Jamie gets into that quicksand out of the Degners, which now then will potentially now allow Dean Atkinson into 3rd. Soon could be 2nd. Jamie's under attack from Mark Littlejohn. Oh my goodness! Jamie taps Mark Littlejohn into a spin. That will go against him. The stewards will be looking at that. It just shows exactly what happens if you get that car. I don't know whether that was accidental or on purpose, but it will get looked at, no doubt. Darren still leads the race then. Is he going to pit this time round, or is he just going to try and stay out as long as he can? But he's on to lap number 7 out of 11. He has to. There's no pit window, but I think he wanted that point for leading the race then. But that's allowed Nick. Will that allow Nick back into the race lead, or is Darren going to pinpoint and precision it as best as he can? We'll soon find out though, but Nick's about to cross the line then. He will take the race lead. Back into the race lead he goes. Dean Atkinson into 2nd. Brian Moncani, however, into thereabouts, but Darren's come out into 2nd. Oh, he's come out into 2nd, but he's got to be careful because, between Dean Atkinson and, of course, Brian Moncani, they were battling. Darren's going to be on freezing cold tyres. Super Softs haven't had tyre warmers on, so they're going to be taking a while to get up to temperature. Jamie's still in 5th with Mark in 6th. I don't think he's going to like Jamie for that little spin, I'll tell you that. The Rooster in 7th, Finley 8th, Chris and of course the Ranger for 9th and 10th at the moment. Ishmael 11th, Neil 12th, Malk on another outlap in 13th at the moment, but Nick's still leading the race then with around 3 laps to go. We'll see exactly what is going to happen between, you know, is Nick going to get his first victory of the season? Dean's still there in 2nd, Darren 3rd now, Brian Moncani now 4th, but Jamie and of course Mark Littlejohn, they're still having a bit of an issue with each other, going out of the hairpin. But I'll tell you what, regardless what's happened, I think, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. As Dean and Darren battling for 2nd and 3rd respectively, as Darren gets into 2nd, is he now going to try and chase after Nick? But Nick's around 3.0 of a second, the gap's growing But Dean Atkinson is putting Darren under considerable amount of pressure into 130R. This could be all or nothing with around 2 laps to go after this. So it could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen, because Darren now, excuse me, now Darren's into second, Dean Atkinson third with of course Brian Montgomery fourth, Jamie fifth at the moment, Mark Littlejohn. I'm not too sure why the blue flags are waving, because none of the cars are a lap down, but could be very careful with Brian Montgomery and of course Dean Atkinson. They're having a bit of a dice for that final spot on the podium at the moment between each other at the moment. Mark's trying to catch up to Jamie. Andrew's in 7th with Finley under threat from of course the Ranger for that 8th place at the moment, with of course Chris in 10th. Ishmael is back in pit lane though. Not too sure why. Ishmael 11th. Ishmael will be 12th, but he will be 13th soon, because Malk will take that position. Nick and Darren, it's a 1-2 for the admin at the moment, but you can see exactly what's going to happen as Jamie goes off there. It's almost like Mark Littlejohn had to make an avoided action there, but you know, you can just see exactly what's going to happen. But you can just see Finley and of course the Ranger trying to catch up with Chris Rigby, trying to actually catch them both up for that 8th place at the moment. Seems that could be very careful, but Ishmael back into 12th then with Malk coming through the first turn. But you can just see Nick there leading the race then from Darren. It's very interesting. On to lap 9 out of 11 with Dean Atkinson still there in third at the moment, with of course Brian Morgani at the moment trying to push on for that 3rd place at the moment. Trying to get past Dean Atkinson for that 3rd place, that final spot on the podium. But you can just see Nick pushing on. It could be very interesting as Nick goes onto the penultimate lap then. Does not need to make any mistake. Darren is still there in 2nd place. He's going to try and push up to try and get towards Nick to try and make a nice last lap duel. But Dean Atkinson there in 3rd still. Brian McCartney catching him up. Mark Littlejohn now 5th. Jamie 6th with Andrew and then Finley Ostler 7th and 8th. Chris Rigby 9th at the moment. He's trying to catch up to Finley. And of course the Ranger in of course 10th at the moment, with Neil Smale in 11th at the moment. Ishmael 12th, Mount 13th at the moment. But Nick's literally trying to get away from Darren as best as he can. But you can just see how close Darren's getting as best as he can. But it's going to be very interesting going on to the last lap very soon. But Brian is there. Oh, the gravel spits him. Oh, you can just see that quicksand got him there, got the better of him. He's on course to try and get onto the podium. He will be kicking himself now. So Jamie into 5th, Mark Littlejohn now 4th. He could easily try and chase after Dean Atkinson, but Dean's on a charge. He's literally there. He's trying to catch up to the top 2 now. He's trying to catch up towards Darren and of course Nick. Very close as you like, but Chris and of course Finley, they're still battling, with the Ranger also trying to catch up. This is exactly tooth and nail at the moment. We could see exactly what's going to happen. Is Chris going to get past Finley for that 8th place, or is the Ranger going to catch them and say, not your life sunshines, you do what you want and push on? But it's going to be very close as Chris and Finley trying to make a move into 130R. This is very brave. But it could be very close going into Castillo Triangle. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. But Finley and of course Chris Rigby thereabouts. But the Ranger also there. Neil Smell 11th, Ishmael 12th, Malk in 13th. But Nick goes on to the final lap then with a 1.1 second gap from Darren. Darren's probably thinking, This is exactly how it needs to be. But Dean Atkinson in third at the moment. Mark race 1 and 2 winner in fourth at the moment. But what's happening for that battle between 8th and 9th? It's going to be very careful because Finley is trying to hold off Chris Rigby at the moment, as Chris is trying to also hold off the Ranger. So it could be very interesting between 7th, 8th and 9th, because the Rooster is pushing on, but got to be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen, because it's going to be thereabouts. But you know, you can just see Finley trying to catch up towards his dad. Could be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen. But we'll see exactly how close it's going to get. But could be thereabouts. We'll see what's going on. But I'll tell you what, the battle for the race lead, we knew this was going to happen. It's a battle of who wants that first place between the likes of Darren and of course Nick. Darren's caught up to Nick very well though. But is Nick going to concede and say to Darren, right, you have to race lead, you have to win? But this is absolutely tooth and nail. Darren got second place in race number 1. But is Nick going to say, no mate, no, you can't do this? But I'll tell you what, Nick is coming through Casio Triangle, and I'll tell you what, he will be fist pumping, and he will be happy with that. Takes a well-deserved first win, and it is first new winner of the evening as well. Dean Atkinson third, Mark in fourth, Jamie fifth, Brian Moncani sixth, the Rooster, Chris Rigby in 8th, Finley 9th, the Ranger in of course 10th, Neil Smell 11th. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But Neil will come 11th after a bit of a rocky time tonight. But we'll see what he does next week. Ishmael in 12th, having a bit of a topsy-turvy. Not too sure why he's going into pit lane at the end of the race though. Still finishes 12th, but excuse me. But Malk in 13th then. Oh, he's got a bit loose out of Casio Triangle, or towards Casio Triangle, and hits the barrier. But Malcolm will come home. He'll be the last of the finishers in of course 13th place. And I tell you what, it's been a bit topsy-turvy for a few of the guys tonight, but we'll see what happens next week. But it's going to be very close to see what is going to happen. But Nick takes the race win then in the final race of the evening. Let's have a look then. So Nick takes a 1-2 for the admins, with Darren in second, Dean Atkinson third, Mark Littlejohn race 1 and 2 winner fourth, Jamie fifth, Brian Moncani sixth, the Rooster seventh, Chris Rigby in 8th, followed by Finley in of course 9th, the Ranger 10th, Neil Smell 11th, Ishmael 12th, Malk in 13th. Darren gets the fastest lap on lap number 9 with a 2:08.2. I'll tell you what, it is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen next week, but I can't wait for that. I believe hopefully he's going to be very careful to see exactly what's going to happen, but I think if Brian's got race number 3 replay, I'm not too sure because I can't get the replay, but it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what's going to happen. I believe it is going to be Alsace, so it's going to be on the French circuit, and it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to go now because I have a feel like my voice is going to disappear, but I will see you guys next week, and it is going to be very close. We'll see who's going to take the championship, lead, or who's going to take more spoils. I'll tell you what, guys, it has been an absolute cracker. Until next week, where we go to the French village of Alsace, I've been Hoppersfelder Sim Racing. Have a very good weekend. Take care. Ta-ra.